So Project Zomboid is set in Kentucky, which means that it's not a surprise to find guns in a mailbox or ammo in a glove box because America. But it is surprising to find a German tank rolling down the street of Moldrop. At least without a license plate. But anybody that's gotten trapped in a car in Project Zomboid and had their windows slowly smashed in is certainly wanted to just cruise around in a tank and be completely impervious to the hordes of undead. And you can do that with the Tiger Tank mod. Simply install and enable it for your game, and let me know in the comments if you want me to make a field guide on how exactly to do that. But once installed and enabled, you'll be able to hop into your very own Tiger Tank. The Tiger controls much like other vehicles in PZ, but with some interesting distinctions. It's much wider, making city streets even more difficult to traverse and far more likely to run into things. But if you do happen to run over a tree or a fence or a small house, you'll likely just flatten them as if you smacked them with sledgehammers. Not always, and you can get hurt when you slam headlong into something that decides not to move, but even then, often backing up and hitting it again will do the trick. The second difference from a sedan that you might have noticed is the minigun on the front. It's supposed to be chambered in 5.56 rounds and will mow down a horde of zombies faster than you can drink a bleach cocktail. And if that's not enough for you, you sick, power-hungry monster, there's the main turret gun. Listen, I know there's a technically proper name for it, but I don't care. It's a mod in a video game, so it's a gun. Go with it. This thing fires tank shells, and the turret can actually spin around 360. Slowly. But then again, you don't really need speed. It's a tank. Each blast will kill Zeds in its way and even flatten trees or buildings or whatever else it hits. The turret rotation is activated with the arrow keys on your keyboard, and the guns are fired with the up and down keys. Up for main gun, down for minigun. I tested the tank against a horde of hundreds of zombies and just let them pound away at the tank for a long time, and the only appreciable damage they made was to the headlights. Yet I, myself, was not harmed, nor was the tank prevented from starting and driving off after a fine winter's nap. Though there is one hitch to the tank's impervity. After ramming through that horde of zombies and running them down, the tank did suffer some stalling issues. After only a few feet of progress, it would shut off. Them beating onto the tank forever did less damage than just rolling over them. And the real broken part of the mod is that even when I repaired the parts individually fully, the tank itself still stalled and couldn't be repaired. If I hadn't been the admin and thus able to reset the tank to stock features, it would have become useless, even while being in full repair. The other major problem with the mod is that it doesn't actually seem to use the ammo. Though the ammo was in the ammo compartment slot inside the tank, it never got used up, and I could fire both guns as much as I wanted, even without being an admin. Maybe this will get fixed later and the tank will be far less OP, since you can run out of ammo, but as it is right now, it's a great fun mod to spice up your single-player games or to throw into an MP server and get some kicks, but I find it very overpowered in one respect, with a devastating Achilles heel, and that assumes you're able to find one. Search as I might, I couldn't find a place that spawned them naturally, so I had to spawn it specifically. I'd give the mod a 17 logs out of 25 and recommend it heartily for some kicks and giggles, then uninstall it and get back to something sensible, young man, like killing the hordes of undead with a frying pan.